to Studio D on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. And now, your host, Tevis Hillis.
Welcome to Sooner Sports Pad. I'm your host, Tevis Hillis, alongside Meridith, Mulkey, and Christian Nunley. Now, Christian, who's in our audience tonight?
You know, guys, please join me in giving a hand to those who give a helping hand to so many others, the beautiful men and women of Soonerthon. Please.
And we have Oklahoma wrestlers Justin Thomas and Demas with us here tonight.
And later on, you get to learn the story of an OU athlete who is anything but ordinary.
And Christian and I will face off to see which Sooners had the best NFL Combine performances.
Now, it looks like the men's basketball team is giving the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee a reason to pencil these guys into the bracket already. Now, the Sooners took home a 73-62 victory over number 20 West Virginia on Saturday. The team looked clean and complete. Standout guys included Christian Doolittle. He shook off both the effects of surgery for a broken nose, plus a Mountaineer defense designed to stop him. But don't worry, he popped up 19 points in the Sooner victory. Now, Brady Manick added 15, Austin Reeves put up 13, and Jamal Bienemy had 11 points. This visit to Morgantown broke their 6-game road losing streak. This is their second road win against a ranked opponents, giving them a strong argument to be included in the 2020 NCAA tournament. They face off against another NCAA bubble team, Texas, this week. So, is it easy to say these guys are already into the bracket, or what are we thinking, guys?
Yeah, they're in.
Thank goodness, Christian. Meredith, don't disappoint me.
Not just yet.
No.
This definitely was a huge win for them, but I just don't think it secured their spot yet. I said last week they needed this win plus the one over Tech, which they got, but I still think they need one in the Big 12 tournament. Now, this team is in really good shape as they close out the season with 2 games left, but they still have some work to do. I don't think the Sooners have to get these last 2 wins, but it's definitely a bonus to have them in the win column. And I really like how these guys are playing now. They look like a completely different team than the one we saw 2 weeks ago on a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah.
So these losses really gave them the boost that they needed, and I don't think their spot's secured, but I'm very confident that they're going to get there.
Yeah. You know, personally, I think it's hard to say that they didn't cement their spot in the March Madness tournament. So I'm going to say it. They cemented their spot, and I'll tell you why. Christian Doolittle's got the face mask. If you've watched basketball, you know anybody that wears the face mask is going crazy. But in all seriousness, you look at the strength of the Big 12. You've got Baylor, Kansas, Texas Tech, West Virginia, all great teams in there. And Oklahoma, has knocked off so many of them. You look at the rest of their body of work, and it's so impressive. They've got so many top-tier wins this season. They've played Baylor well. They played Kansas well. They've beaten Texas Tech. They've beaten West Virginia twice. I don't think I really need to say more. I think they've got their spot. And you look at the rest of the season, they don't have really many opportunities to bolster their resume, but I don't think they need to. I think they're in.
All right.
Take that to the bank.
Okay, guys, now let's talk about other spring sports.
Yes.
Which team is standing out to you all?
Well, I'm going to go with a group who, despite being fairly young, is still really impressive and getting things done, living up to that Sooners standard, and that is OU softball. These ladies took home the Courtyard Marriott crown over the weekend, and they are number 5 in the country right now with a 15-4 record. They defeated Northwestern 5-1 in the championship game of the tournament over the weekend, and we're seeing a lot of newcomers in this lineup. But two of the 3 seniors are injured on the squad. Veteran Nicole Mendez is out while she recovers from a torn ACL, and superstar pitcher G. Juarez is not on the mound with a bicep injury. But Shannon Sale is holding it down on the mound and leading this team. So they have a busy week coming up. They're hosting Wichita State on Wednesday and 4 other teams throughout the weekend. So we'll see a lot of softball action.
Yeah, they're super busy. They're staying busy. And I don't think with the injuries, they'll take a step back in the slightest.
No.
But on the other side of the things, the baseball team went down to Houston, and they came away with 2 wins down in H-Town. There were no trash cans, don't worry. On Friday night, they took care of business against the Arkansas Razorbacks. Cade Cavalli was on the mound, pitched for 5 innings, 11 strikeouts. He was doing his thing. Saturday, unfortunately, didn't go as planned. They kept a close one with Missouri, and they ended up falling 8-7, but that doesn't undermine the great play that they had. But Sunday, Tevis, take it away.
Now, you know what, Christian? Our very own Parker Thune was there for the memorable weekend. Check that out.
Tevis, the Sooners go 2-1 here at the Shriners Classic and cap it off in historic fashion. Dane Acker becomes the first Sooner to toss a no-hitter since 2005. You could tell early on it was going to be quite a day for the right-hander. He had it all working. Fastball, changeup, that devastating curveball. 11 strikeouts and 118 pitches later, he gets the bouncer from Alex Milazzo. Brandon Zaragoza makes the throw over to first, and there you have it, a no-no at Minute Maid Park. Now, while Acker's gem is certainly the crown jewel on the weekend for the Sooners, what's perhaps more impressive is the fact that they just beat two national powerhouses in LSU and Arkansas. They'll look to keep the momentum rolling tomorrow night when they take on Dallas Baptist at L. Mitchell Park. From Houston, Parker Thune, Sooner Sports Pad.
That baseball team is looking fabulous. Now, before you go anywhere, these two analysts are going to go face-to-face for our face-to-face game. So here we go. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks to our cornerstone television partners, OU Medicine, Anheuser-Busch, OU Extended Campus, and our community partners, Landers Auto Group, Devon Energy, Coca-Cola, and OU Medicine.
Okay, welcome back to Sooner Sports Pad. Now, this is face-off. I called it face-to-face. What was I thinking? But it's really face-off. Now, this is a segment where I'm going to ask these guys 3 questions. They're going to answer it. And then our rowdy audience from SoonerCon is going to pick the winners, okay? So here's our first question. Which side of the combine played better, the offense or defense from OU?
Offense.
I really like the defense. I'm going to give them some credit. Our guys, Neville Gallimore and Kenneth Murray, both showed out at the combine. Despite ending the day unexpectedly with an injury, K9 came out strong, running an unofficial 4.5240, and big man Neville Gallimore showed some major speed for his size, finishing his second 40-yard dash attempt with a 4.79. That time put the 6'2" lineman in historic company as he became one of the first in his position over 300 pounds to run the 40 in under 4.8 seconds since at least 2006. Gallimore is expected to be drafted in the second round, with Murray projected to go in the first. And both of these guys are definitely on the scouts' radars now and could be a little bit higher drafted than we expected. Oklahoma is the only program that has produced at least 4 players in the draft for 12 consecutive seasons, so I think we're about to see a 13 right here.
Wow, yeah. It's impressive to see Neville moving like that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think I could run as fast for 40 as he does, and I'm 130 pounds lighter. Anyways, my take, offense. The offense showed out, as they always do. I'm an offensive-minded guy. OU fans everywhere are too. Jalen Hurts lit it up in the 40-yard dash with a 4.59, but that wasn't even the talk of his combine. He was throwing up routes and putting them in between the numbers, throwing 50-yard passes down the field, hitting guys right in stride. Oh, it was beautiful to watch. And then CD, I mean, we all know CD does his thing, but he showed the nation he does his thing. And he was playing well. He was running routes beautifully. Every single one of his releases were crisp. His footwork was sharp. Oh, it's not even a question whether or not the offense or defense did better. It was the offense, and we know, as usual.
Give the defense some credit. They did good.
They did do good. I can't take it away from them.
I have some exciting news. There's less than 100 days until kickoff. Here at OU.
Fun fact. All right.
I'm excited. Now I know the audience is kind of
I'm not counting or anything.
No, we're not counting at all, but we're going to miss CD and the rest of the guys, but they're going to play big. Okay, now I'm with Bailey from Soonerthon. I have a question for you first. What's happening this weekend?
So this weekend, we have the culmination of all of our hard work. We have our dance marathon over at Sarkey's Fitness Center, 12 hours just dancing for the kids, and it should be a great time.
Wow. Sounds good. We can't wait to support this. Now, do you want to ask the next question?
12 hours.
I would love to. And so, who is your NBA Rookie of the Year?
Great question. Easy pick for me, for sure. I'm going with a guy who I've loved watching this season, and mainly because he reminds me of one of my favorites, Russell Westbrook.
Good.
I'm talking about star point guard on the Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant. This guy is insane, and you can tell he is 100% each time he steps on that court. He's been the most consistent rookie this season, averaging 17.7 points and 7 assists, helping put his team at the 8th seed in the West. His moves are crazy, and you've seen him embarrass some of the league's top players with them. Just the other night, he went at Anthony Davis twice, once with the crossover and the almost poster. He led the night with 27 points and 14 assists, making it his second double-double of the season, adding that 17-point dub over the Lakers. You know, everybody's talking Zion, but I'm going Ja Morant all the way, no doubt.
Yeah, that's fair. And I think it's easy to say Zion because Zion's so good and he's so polarizing. But I'm going to have to go with somebody who's a little less popular. One and done guy out of UNC, Kobe White of the Chicago Bulls. He's been playing his best basketball so far, and it's so crazy to see. And the last 10 games, he's averaging 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, all while being the second guy on his team, unlike John Morant. He's number 1. Right now, Zach LaVine is the number 1 for the Chicago Bulls, and Kobe White is still putting up the numbers he's doing. Let Zach LaVine go down for a few games. I promise you, he's putting up 30 a game. He's put up 30 against the Thunder, 35 the game before that against the Spurs, and another 30 before that. Right now, he's playing his best basketball, and if he keeps this up, he's Rookie of the Year. I promise. Watch. And he's got hair. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, see?
You're basic. That's basic.
Sometimes we're basic. Okay, now I think we're at a tie. Don't you guys feel a tie around here? Yeah, well, let's end it all here.
Yeah.
Show us your viral videos.
Let's do it.
All right, we see the basic post-game interviews all the time, you know, same thing, same players. But what about a post-breakup interview? Check out this,
Just leave the
guys.
guy alone.
Agent now, any plans for the future?
I mean, I just got broken up with like 20 minutes ago. How am I supposed to sit here and think about something like that? I don't know. What am I?
Classic. That's what you see from the players all the time.
Yeah,
I love it.
That was great because it's so similar to exactly
Yes,
how
it's so accurate.
conferences go. My take, you talked about Zion a little bit earlier, Tevis. It's going to have to be a throwback video of Zion in honor of him going off against the Lakers yesterday. Let's take a look. Oh, my goodness. Imagine being a guy that's going up to block this. You just took your Algebra 1 test. You may or may not have been rejected at homecoming. And then you go to the court because it's your safe place, and Zion dunks on you like that. Oh,
Not fair.
that's tough. He's probably struggled with pre-calc, and then he's got this man-child Zion dunking on him. Like,
At least you can say he tried to defend.
yeah,
That's true.
I
Cool
guess.
story, maybe.
Maybe one day. Maybe he'll tell his grandkids.
Yeah, he
Okay,
probably will.
now our audience is going to pick the winner. So cheer for the loudest who you think is going to win. Who thinks it's Meridith Mulkey? Okay, who thinks it's Christian Nunley? No. Meridith, I think you won this. I mean, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! It's like I was on Miss Universe and I announced the wrong one. Christian Nunley, you won this. I'm sorry.
Thank you. It is
That
my
was good.
first one, but I'll
I
take
know.
it.
I'll let you
I
have
was
it.
not
so
gonna
prepared to
complain.
say Meridith. I was
know, 'cause
feeling
I'm
it for
always
you.
winning it.
Yeah, Meridith. Meredith's good,
Gotta give
guys.
it to somebody else for once.
Christian won. We're proud of him.
That
Go
was good, that
Christian.
was good.
Okay, now don't go anywhere because we're going to catch up with our 2 wrestlers that are in the audience tonight. Stick around.
Jimmy Graham started playing football at the age of 15. Career turned out pretty well. Didier Drogba first stepped on the pitch at age 13. Gage Dyer, an eerily similar story. I got the opportunity to sit down with him and a teammate yesterday, so let's take a look.
Few people begin a sport at age 13. Even fewer go on to compete at an elite collegiate level.
I've personally never seen someone start that late and make it to, a collegiate program like this one. So he's probably the only person I know, honestly.
Gage had a friend early on who helped him find his passion.
He could see how much potential there was for, how quickly I was already picking things up, and, his son has been in it for years, and I was already at his level within, a few months or a year. So he was like, yeah, you can go as far as you want to go in this sport.
This junior out of Yukon, Oklahoma has 2 people he wants to thank.
My parents, hands down. There's been so many times where I've wanted to quit from how hard it's been. They're the ones that have always pushed me, continue, there's always going to be a great prize, at the end of all your hard work.
From homeschooling to a campus with 28,000 students, the change was immense.
I was taking him from one of our teams. It was actually Yule's house to my brother's house. And it's probably a 30-second drive, but it was literally the most awkward drive I've ever been experienced in my life.
Along with social adjustments, the fundamentals needed work.
I didn't really have the core strength. Strength was my biggest issue. It took me a very long time to, kind of build that core strength and basics up. That's still kind of my downfall as I progressed through the sport so quickly. I didn't really master all of, like, the basics.
However, the talent was always there.
Very talented. Like, he knew how to do a lot of difficult stuff. So, like, his role, we knew he was going to be that guy that could get the really high difficulty, but it was just the part of, putting it together and being able to compete with a team like that.
Any athlete knows talent can only take you so far.
It's going to be hard. It's not going to come easy, but good things don't come easy. So, it's teaching me a lot of, like, hard-working skills, and I'm going to carry that with me for the rest of my life.
Now, the sky's the limit.
All the hard work I've been putting in is, starting to pay off, and it's showing me no matter what I set my mind to, I can achieve that if I really want to.
Christian Nunley, Sooner Sports Pad.
Now tonight with us, we have the first All-American since 2016 and the Big 12 runner-up. Here with us is Justin Thomas and Demas.
Dom, how you doing, sir?
Doing good.
That's good. So you're an All-American. Could you talk a little bit about the process it took to become one?
There's a lot of ups and downs in your season, especially being a freshman coming a long way from home. I started off pretty hot, then I had a little bit of a fall, and I started going back on a roll going into NCAAs, and that just kind of led me through into All-American.
Yeah. So what happened in in the moment of those lows that allowed you to persevere to become an All-American?
I just got tired of losing. I just didn't like it.
Yeah. That's fair.
Can't argue. Well, both of you had outstanding seasons last season. How have you seen your guys improve this season? Yeah.
I think a lot of our younger guys are just, they're getting used to the sport. Transitioning from high school to college is a big deal, and the younger guys are getting the hang of it, and we're seeing some wins.
What about you, Don?
Oh, I'd say the same thing. We got a pretty young team, and everyone's just kind of getting used to you going from wrestling high school kids to grown men now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for real. So you guys had such prolific seasons last season. Where's your ceiling this season?
Both trying to win NCAA titles right now.
Yeah.
Well, with the Big 12 championship coming up, what are you guys expecting?
Dubs.
So you're from California.
Yeah.
Kind of talk a little bit about coming here and why you chose OU.
So California is not really a big wrestling state, and I knew I was going to have to leave home at some point to pursue my wrestling career in college. And coming out here, I just felt like the fit was right, and teammates loved them, and coaches, and it worked out perfect for me.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Me too.
Okay, guys, we're going to ask an audience question. I'm back with Bailey from Soonerthon. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. So, in honor of Soonerthon being this weekend, what is your favorite dance move?
My favorite dance.
We made him nervous.
I like the Billy Rock.
Okay. What about you? I don't think I have one, Dom. I can't do it after Dom. Dom's a dancer. I don't have one.
Just do the YMCA.
The YMCA?
Yes! Okay, well, we're getting ready for Soonerthon, but before we go anywhere, we're going to hang out with these guys a little bit more and have some fun, so stick around. Sports. Softball is going up for a midweek matchup Wednesday against Wichita State at home. Women's tennis is hitting the courts Friday to face off TCU. Women's gymnastics is also competing on Friday for a top 5 matchup against Michigan. And on Saturday, the wrestlers are heading up to Tulsa to compete in the Big 12 Championship. Now, we have a game we're going to play with these guys. Meridith's with Justin, Christian's with Dom. Okay, we're going to play Pictionary. It's going to be fun. Okay, Meridith's going first. So, Justin, get ready to answer. In 3, 2, 1, draw it out, Meridith. Here we go. Oh, I need to watch out so you can see all that.
Food. A chicken.
Come on, keep going. Keep going.
Plate. Cake.
Oh, you got it. You're close. It's food.
Oh, spaghetti.
Yes! Yes! 1 point for Justin. Okay, here we go. Dom, it's your turn. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, draw it out, Christian.
A balloon?
What is it?
Okay.
Christian's drawing is really great. Christian, it looks like you're trying to drop a location right now.
Yeah, pen?
He's trying to drop a location.
There we go.
What is it?
Yeah. You got one. Dom, good job. Justin, you're next. Come on, Meredith.
Go.
Draw. We're all trying to reach our necks over to see what this is.
Music?
Oh.
Music, no.
Oh, come on. What type
Circle.
of music? Symbol?
A symbol.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, Spotify music.
Yes, you got it, you got it. We're okay, 2-1. Dom, you gotta get another one. You gotta get another one. Here we go. Christian's gonna go. Christian, 3, 2, 1, draw it out. Here we go. Oh, what is this? Guys, I feel like we're at a family reunion right now. We're all like, what is it gonna be? What family member's gonna win?
Is that a sandwich? A ladder?
Oh, come on, Dom, come on.
Bleachers? Crowd?
People? I don't know what this is, Christian.
Audience?
Woo! 2-2. Okay, Meridith, draw another one.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. What is this?
A bed.
Oh.
Oh, computer.
Come on.
Laptop.
Close. Very close.
Mac close. Typewriter?
Yes! Okay, we're 3-2. Dom, you need another one. Come on. Here we go. Oh, Christian, draw. I think this is a scary rodeo body.
Ooh.
Okay, Picasso.
Whoa.
Dom, do you even know what this is? It's Soonerthon.
Is it a wrestler?
Oh, the jerk.
The jerk?
Oh man, guys, this drawing is scary.
Is it a boxer?
Oh, try canine.
Canine? What?
Is it not canine?
Monday, Tuesday? Taco Tuesday? LeBron?
Oh.
Suit Tuesday? Super Tuesday? Super Tuesday?
Yes! Here we go! Guys, we had so much fun with you all, so thanks for being with us. Now don't go anywhere, right? You know you're gonna come back next time, Monday, same time, same place. And don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias, see what we're doing behind the scenes, and for now, I'm Tevis Hillis.